right. All right. Okay. Peace, blessings, enough, holy, plenty, a lot of love to all the queens and all the kings in the house. Wonderful. Thank you all very much for making it deep dive, globally changing lives. On this wonderful Thursday, as we wrap up the middle of the year. Oh my goodness. Wrapping up the middle of the year. Can you imagine? Oh my goodness. Already the middle of the year. Anyway, we're going to move right along. We're going to actually start with the signature tune, our theme song, In It to Win It, by our one and only international recording singing artist, of course, Lerato Shadari. And I have fixed it up a little bit more again, once again. So take note of the changes of the visual part of the In It to Win It song. So without any further ado, thank you all that is on YouTube. Thank you for joining us this wonderful Thursday. And so this is it for you, pretty ladies. Watch your pretty lady them now, man. Oh my goodness. Go pretty woman.
We're a nation, we are rising with one love, with one hope, bringing solution, lifting up humanity. Let's rise high, standing tall, hand in hand. We are the unicorn, we are the stars.
The next stop is on passive.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
The next stop is on passive. All right, wonderful. Thank you very much, Queen Lirata Shadari. Really appreciate, really appreciate. And of course, moving right along in our first presentation, we want to introduce a wonderful, lovely, attractive, beautiful young lady. Even though she's a grandmother, I don't know how come and how that happened. That though equate to the person you'll be seeing doing the presentation. But anyway, it is so you go, such is life. But she's definitely an entrepreneur. She has her own talk show and has been on talk show, internationally, long, long before on passive. She has been world renowned in her field. And of course, she is none other than our one and only mindset um, speaker for today. And of course, I did say she is a grandmother. And so she's going to be looking at a wonderful topic. It is kind of extension on the whole hair thing that she started last week, but it will be a little different twist, which is the chemical in synthetic hair and products that link to chronic diseases. And so, without any further ado, we'll be calling on you, Queen Jacqueline Warner, at this time. Over to
Yes.
you.
Thank you so much, King Dr. Derrick. I appreciate this amazing, your amazing platform. Thank you for that introduction. Yes, I am a grandmother and of 9 beautiful grandchildren. Thank you, Jesus. Woo! Anyway, it's just a pleasure being here. It's actually, I don't think if it wasn't for Dr. Derrick, maybe I won't even be doing webinars. I'm not sure. But Dr. Derrick invited me and said, "Oh, you're gonna do Thursday," and blah blah blah, and that was it. I couldn't even say no. So here I am. It's going probably 3 years now, right, Dr. Derrick? But it truly has been a pleasure to share, to learn, to grow. So it's truly have been an amazing platform. I don't think I have time to go to any other platform. This is it for me, deep dive and dream team sometimes on Sundays. So I thank y'all for the y'all support all the time, for those that show up. And remember, success is 95% when you show up. So showing up is good. It's a good thing. We get to learn, we get to grow, we get to empower each other. Also, we got to be so grateful to Mr. Ashmafara that made it all possible through our Heavenly Father, who just made it all possible because he chose Mr. Ashmafara for this race, for this journey. And he chose us too to be part of it. So like Dr. Derrick said, just be patient and enjoy the journey. Yes, tonight I'm going to it's not like a part, well, you could call it a part 2 because it's still about synthetic hair, but it's going to be more about the chemicals in synthetic hair and the products that link to chronic diseases. Now, yes, we love our hair, the flexibility, the styles, the convenience. It offers a whole lot. But the bad part about it is there's no regulation, and they only care about the dollars because this is a 3 billion industry. It's just not pennies. And we got to be so, we talk about reading the labels, our labels on the food when we walk into the supermarket, but you have to read the labels when you go into your cosmetic, your beauty supply stores. or the pharmacies, everybody got beauty cosmetics all over the creams. You got to read them. And if we don't familiarize ourselves with the chemicals and the names of the chemicals, we will just tend to overlook, like it really doesn't matter. Or like some people mostly say, something got to take me out of here anyway. But that's the wrong mindset to have, because God didn't go through all this creation, the earth, and giving us everything that we so need, and dominion and wisdom and knowledge, that we could just say, well, I'm going to go out some kind of way anyway. So I'm going to just eat what I want to eat, do what I want to do, and don't have to worry. But when that day comes, that you're ill, or we become ill and we're laying in that hospital bed, and it always brings me back to my sister, because she wanted to know how she got there, and that she thought I would enjoy my life. And instead of her thinking of maybe her next cruise ship or her next vacation or a family reunion, she had to be worrying about a will and her debt, and talking to God and asking him why, and all those questions, and can't eat, and they're just disgusted, frustrated. But we don't want that for ourselves. But we have to take control. Okay. So tonight, the introduction starts like this: a revelatory consumer report. This information I got from a consumer report. A matter of fact, that was actually published. The article was published on February the 27th, 2025. So this is recently, finally somebody's looking, but this has been going on for decades. It just didn't start today. So imagine how much people are getting sick and they can't connect the dots, because, girl, it's not my hair. I washed it, I take care of my hair, you know? So you won't even associate the hair on top of your head, which is not hair. We learned last week that the fibers is made to mimic, and mimic means that the hair, the fibers, you're putting fibers, but we want to call it hair to make it sound good, so it can be acceptable, but it's actually fibers. And maybe if you say fibers, then you might say, I got to check myself. I got to check myself. So let me go on. Um, and this was published on February 27, 2025, and has exposed a shocking reality behind synthetic grade hair products. They contain toxic chemicals, how you call them? Carcinogens. That's how we go. Carcinogens, heavy metals, um, volatile organic compounds. And don't get twisted because you hear the word organic. That's not, they are actually it's abbreviated VOCs, okay? That may be contributing to the rise in chronic illness such as fibroids, infertility, autoimmune conditions, and cancer, particularly where among women of color and children of color. We're the ones. We're the ones making making the market, 3 billion. 3 billion off of us. And who cares? Who cares for us? Who cares for us? So these synthetic, I don't even know how to get rid of this. She'll figure it out. Okay, these synthetic hair products widely marketed as protective. They say, well, I'm wearing my I'm protecting my hair. I think that's just a phrase. It's not actually, it may be actually be undermining the health of the very women they claim to empower. And I think when I started with this health journey, we talked about how the big pharma companies, they only concern was the dollars. It wasn't you or me. They don't care. Okay, a culture of beauty at risk. Synthetic hair and braiding styles are not just trends. They are deeply rooted in the Black cultural identity, with centuries of African heritage woven into each braid and twist, popularized further by celebrities and social influencers. Synthetic hair stylists are celebrated for their convenience, beauty, and perceived protection. The protection is perceived, and we could see it all around us. You could see it when you go into the beauty supply. They got all kind of edge potions and lotions for you to grow your edges back. So we see it, but we close our eyes to a lot of things and we don't ask questions. However, beneath the surface of this 2.79 billion industry that was done in 2023 valuation, expected to rise to 6.34 billion by 2029. And that is within 4 years. Are we going to make it happen? Of course. Consumers report testing every product contain carcinogens. Okay. In the 2025 study, scientists at Consumer Report tested 10 of the most popular synthetic braiding hair products for heavy metals, volatile organic compounds, which is the VOCs, and the carcinogens. The results were both consistent and disturbing. 100% of the products contain carcinogenic chemicals. Lead was detected in 9 out of 10 samples. And don't talk about acetone, a respiratory irritant was found in all 10. Just think when you go into the nail salon to get your nails done, do they offer you a mask? But they have one on. Do you think about it? And when they're cleaning your artificial nails, are they using good? No. Fingernail remover? No, they're using acetone. You know, when I go, I said, please, I don't want don't put them funny gels because then they take a machine and shave your nail bed down and then clean it with the acetone. Oh my gosh, help me, Lord. Help us. Woo. What we do for beauty. 3 products contain the benzene, a chemical classified as group 1 carcinogen directly linked to acute myeloid leukemia. These hazardous substances are absorbed through the scalp and skin and inhaled through the constant smell released from the synthetic fibers, especially in hot or humid environments. And you can tell. I remember they will burn the edges of my, I would take the kids to get their hair braided back in the day, because they go off to camp. So, you want them to you don't have to worry about their hair, and they don't have to worry about it. And they will seal the edges by burning the tips. And you can smell. If you burn natural human hair and the synthetic fibers, you're going to smell, because the synthetic hair is actually the chemical. And when you use hot water, that's what makes it vaporize the chemical into the air, and you breathe it in. So it's because, and this is what brings awareness. This is about awareness, because a lot of this we don't know. I braid my kids' hair up too in synthetic hair. I wore braids too back in the days. But now that I know this, I'm scared to even someone told me, but Jackie, you need a wig. I said, I'm gonna look a hot mess today on the webinar. My girlfriend said, oh, you're gonna need a wig. I said, honey, I can't put those things on my head. Not one bit. Okay. So this is a personal story of Crystal Thomas. She's actually was a student at Albert Einstein, and University of Medicine, and New York City University. Also, Crystal Thomas is a student at the Albert Einstein College of Medicine and the City University of New York. And she experienced firsthand the health risks of synthetic hair. And a lot of us can probably associate with it, those of us who wear synthetic fibers. I don't want to make it say hair anymore because it's not hair. So she, after getting her hair braided professionally using the popular, how you say that one? Canalon brand, she said, I couldn't sleep well. My throat felt irritated. I had trouble focusing on any kind of work I was doing because of the smell that wouldn't go away. And some of those synthetic fibers do have some kind of smell because it's a chemical, it's not real hair. Do your hair smell, your natural hair smell, and you want, unless it's dirty and it's sweaty. That's the only time your natural hair actually smell. And it don't even smell. You take your hand and rub it in and put it by your nostril and you say, I need to wash my hair. Okay. So the discomfort was so persistent, she removed her braids within a week and a half. Her story is reflective of a broader, largely undocumented public health issue affecting many women like her. Excuse me. Who is most affected? Us. Black women and children are the primary users of synthetic braiding hair and wig products. People of African descent make up the largest consumer group for these items globally. Due to the frequent and prolonged use, this demographic faces disproportionate exposure to toxins present in these products. Children in particular are more vulnerable than anyone else. And when I see mothers putting fiber or braids or whatever they want to call it in little children, they like 4 and 5 years old. What they need, you need to be putting barrettes and twists and ponytails and little ribbons. Let little girls be little girls. These things can be transforming. When you put that on, honey, you start swinging your hair and moving your hand and all those things, and you don't know that there's a transformation that's taking place, and nobody is, everybody think it's cute, but it's not. It's not at all. So, and they're due to their developing immune and neurological system, making these exposures even more dangerous. The health tolls of synthetic hair toxins. Long-time exposure to these chemicals is linked to a wide range of chronic diseases. Lead is not only in old buildings, it's in some of our foods. I remember I worked for the health department, and what they was checking the children for, the 1 through 5, was for lead. That's what they look for in the blood. They look for the lead in the children. So the lead damages the brain and nervous system. It linked to immune suppression. It can cause kidney damage, reproductive issues, and hypertension. It's known to cause acute myeloid leukemia and is associated with immune dysfunction and blood disorders. Don't talk about the acetone plus the VOCs. They cause throat, skin, and eye irritation. They affect the concentration, the mood, and the respiratory health. Other detected toxins, some of them I can't even pronounce. One is phthalates. That's the health risk. It disrupts hormones, is linked to infertility and early puberty. Styrene is possible carcinogen. It affects the liver and nervous system. The BPA, and I know we see that sometime, it mimics estrogen linked to breast cancer. And the formal, that one, the formaldehyde, that's carcinogenic, causes allergic reactions. You find that in your nail polish. You see it in some creams if you read your labels. And don't talk about the PBDEs, whatever that might, it's impaired brain development and hormone function. acrylonitrile, toxic to the lungs and liver, and toluene, I don't know some of these chemicals myself, damages the immune and nervous system. Are protective styles really protective? No, they're not. You can answer that right off the bat. Okay, they're not. The term protective styles implies health and safety. But when toxic synthetic materials are involved, the risk may overweight the reward. And that's the truth. We get to look good and we feel good. But in the end results is what counts. The end results, when we probably will need to look our best, we will be looking a mess. Close contact. These styles often involve close contact with the scalp for weeks at a time, exposure to toxic fumes while sleeping, increased absorption through heat and sweat. Women often reuse the synthetic hair, and that's true. I have seen them done it, okay? Or wear these styles back to back, not giving their scalp no time to say, hey, I'm going to be natural to this week. Okay, this week I'm going natural. No. What happened? I don't know. Further compounding exposure. Conclusion. The 2025 Consumer Report delivers a loud and urgent message. It really does. I didn't even know it was that bad. And the synthetic hair industry must be held accountable. That's where it starts. That's where it starts. They gotta be held accountable. You gotta make them know that we care about our children and ourselves. Yes, we love to look beautiful, but we don't want it to cost our health. And so you have to force the FDA to do the things they need to do. There gotta be regulations. Even human hair, we need to know where it comes from. Most of the human hair comes from India. And you don't know if they are forced to cut their hair because like I said, it's a 3 billion industry. So what you don't think there's going to be some forcing and all kind of stuff going on because money is involved? Oh my gosh, help us, Lord. So when carcinogens and heavy metals present in products marketed to and used disproportionately by Black communities, this is not just a cosmetic concern, it's a public health issue. Because the doctor, the doctor don't ask you when they diagnose you with cancer, do you wear synthetic hair? They don't ask that question. They say, did you smoke? did you drink? Did you drink? Did your family had anything? No. So where did it come from? We get symptoms and we don't connect the dots because you know why? It's hair. Human hair and fibers are two different things, but you got to be careful too because some of the human is not human. Burn it. Take out a strip of it and burn it. Find out what it is, what it got. Oh my, the energy that comes from it, you don't know, like Dr. Benny was saying last week. And even if you wash it, Dr. Benny, it doesn't go anywhere because synthetic hair, except for human hair. I mean, the energy is in the hair. You can't wash it out. You know that. But synthetic hair, no matter if you wash it out, synthetic hair is the chemical itself. So you can't wash that out. Even though last week it says soak it in vinegar, apple cider vinegar. I mean, you can try it, but according to the report, said you can't wash it out. Don't make me laugh. So I said, okay. So we need regulation, we need transparency, and we need safe alternatives to protect the health of the consumers, especially women of color who rely on these products daily. So it's not only the synthetic hair, but the synthetic products. Because when they know you're using the synthetic hair, they're making This is for braiding. This is for twisting. This is for everything for synthetic. So like natural don't even exist really anymore, you know? So be careful. And I'm so, this is only to bring awareness. It's not to, it's not to discriminate anyone in the, and the thing, and the fibers or synthetic hair and braiding, but it's to bring awareness. So now you be aware and say, we got to find alternatives, or we got to start talk to our congresswoman. You know what I mean? Your representatives of your states. You know, you got to start bringing awareness. We are concerned. Form a little women group. You know, get on, make a podcast. Start bringing awareness up to different states of with and women getting together and speaking out against this. You know, some of the celebrities probably they can afford to go and buy the extravagant human hair, but what about the little people who cannot afford and are subjecting? They run to the corner store. Even the corner stores is selling. Come on, you can get it anywhere. And there's no regulation. Nobody is saying, hey, that stuff got chemical in it. No, my children can't put that in their hair. So imagine all the little girls and all the young ladies. And when you look, they probably infertility. They're suffering. They can't even have children. All kind of issues. And they don't know where it come from. They will think it just appear like magic. Or are we cursed? You know? But it could come from the things we eat, the creams we put on our bodies, even our cosmetics we put on our face. It's just a scary world out there, you know? So try to pay attention to whenever you're doing the protective styles, which are not really there. That's a deceit. That I don't know where that came from. Maybe it makes things sound good or what. But protective style is when you're protecting your scalp, when you're protecting your hair, when you're taking care of your hair that God bless you with. So thank you so much. My name is Jacqueline Warner, and I really appreciate your support. And thank you, Dr. Derrick, for this amazing platform.
All right, all right. I thank you very much, Queen Jacqueline Warner. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I think I saw Queen Debbie in the mix of things. Over to you, Queen Debbie. Well, thank you very much, Queen Jacqueline Warner. That was awesome.
You're
Well,
welcome,
I
sir.
I don't have to worry about that, I don't have to
I
worry
know.
about that. I listen, if you don't want some here to borrow, if you don't want good here to borrow, see it right here. Hey, whoa, whoa. If you don't want good
Natural.
here to borrow, see it right here. You don't have to listen, you don't have to worry about synthetic. I have a liquor, I can grow it a little more for you and then cut it and send it to you and post it. All right. Over to your Queen Debbie McCormick.
Thank you very much, Dr. Derrick. Oh, Queen JW. Oh my goodness. How much I miss listening to you talk about the things that we need and do not get the opportunity to listen to someone like us. And the topic today is one of those that really take us to the core of being uh, an ebony human being. And Dr. Derrick is proving that with his hair. But remember, genetics also have something to do with it. Your lifestyle also has a contribution. Anyway, I'm not undermining the fact that Dr. Derrick is blessed with that beautiful, well-groomed, manicured, impeccable hair. There are kids. I have a kid who is 27, and I was asking, how much did you sell your hair to be where you are hairless? And he laughed and said, Mommy, it started when I was 25. I thought it was a joke. By the time I turned 26, nothing was coming out. So I learned for the past 12 months to get used to what I have and not what is no longer there. The point I'm trying to make here is not all of us have that luxury. So whatever we have, let's make the best of it. The synthetic hair replaces what you feel. I know some people, it might have been used to using the fact that they've been using oh, my phone is going to die. They're using products that were not meant for our skin types. But let's find a way to move forward. And the awareness that we're getting from Queen JW is what is going to help us move forward. So people, you heard her. Let's plan. It does not matter who you are, where you are, what your lifestyle is. Let's just continue to learn, and we're learning from the best. We learn and we put what we've learned in practice. You don't just learn, but let's practice what we learn from our presenter. Queen JW, thank you so much. We appreciate you. We thank you for your dedication, and we're looking forward every Thursday to seeing you. I know 2021 October, I think Dr. Derrick has the exact dates to disprove me.
Wow. Wow. I think her phone went dead. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was
Appreciate
on
it.
its way. Oh, she back? Oh, she back.
Sorry, Dr. Queen JW.
No problem. Thank you so much, Queen.
Thank you
Debbie.
too. Thank you. Sorry, Dr. Derrick, my phone was rebooting. I don't know what's going on with my phone. This is the third time it's doing it this evening. Thank you, Queen JW. We have an amazing topic coming up. And this is going to be presented by our one and only Dr. Derrick. And this is part 8 of several that he's been doing on a weekly basis. And it's about the mindsets to grow or outgrow. And Dr. Derrick, as we know, he's that one person. If anyone has ever seen him sit down or be behind a camera somewhere without standing in any webinar, I will tell you no. It's been 4 years. I do not recall. 4 or 5 years. 4 years, whatever it is, it's irrelevant. I've never seen him sit down anywhere. So what does that mean? He stands up for what is right. He stands up for what he believes in, and he stands up to protect the integrity of everything that has to do with Unpassive and this platform, Deep Dive, and its sister platforms. So please, without further ado, let's welcome Queen Brother Dr. Derrick, who's given us this platform to continue to empower those of us who are able to make it. Thank you so much, Dr. Derrick, and over to you, please.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you very much, Queen Debbie McCormick. How is King Jim?
Baking hot in Ghana. Thank you for asking.
All right, wonderful, wonderful. All right, I might soon join him because they said that Ghana, did say that Ghana is among the top 10 of countries that is black friendly. So I might soon join him over there.
That is very true. We were there last year, and the girls really enjoyed it. All of us really enjoyed being there last year. So give it a try.
Yeah,
Queen
yeah,
Jehu is there, remember?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was told it's among the top 10 black friendly. All right. So yeah, 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 definitely. All right. Anyway, thank you very much once again, Queen Debbie McCormick. Really appreciate those wonderful words of intro. And thank you very much for sharing that your hobby is okay. Really appreciate. All right. Thank you very much, Queen Jacqueline Warner. It's all about the hair. All right. All about the hair. Please to use castor oil. You see, when you use all of those complicated chemicals, then you run into more problems than anything else. Keep it simple, brethren. I am a person that love kiss. All right. Keep it super simple. Right, King Carlton. I know King Carlton is a man love kiss. So, keep it super simple. Keep it super simple. All right. So it's just all about castor oil. And even if you don't have any hair, castor oil is good for the scalp. All right. So just rub it on, man. Rub it on. Hey, castor oil. It's very good, very good, very good. Don't have to worry about those chemical things and so on. Castor oil is the best thing to rub your scalp with. All right, and nice and shiny and glistening and look good. Okay, thank you very much again, Queen Jacqueline Warner. That was just awesome, awesome, awesome. I really enjoyed the whole aspect of this here thing because I tell you, here is a woman's pride and joy. They will kill to ensure that they have good hair on them head, even if it is not theirs. Oh, mercy. Anyway, all right, let us get down to some serious business once again. It's all about the mindset. Mindset is very important in life, not just in business, but in life. And that is why a lot of people commit suicide because their mind is not set right. And when your mind is not set right, then you're going to fall into a lot of problems. And that is what is happening. People are falling into a lot of problems because their mind is not set right. All right. And so let us just go over a few of what we went over last week. And first of all, the mindset refers to the way that you think and the things you believe. All right. So a lot of people think that the mindset is just a simple thing. All right. But no, it's how you think and actually how you believe, your belief system. Right. And that is why if you believe that you don't have any hope, then that is when people do some weird things to themselves. All right. And that is how deep the mindset is. This will also spill out into the decisions that you make in life, whether it is positive decisions or it is negative decisions. The way you react to circumstances, as I said over and over again, life will always come at you. And it is 20% of what happens to you and 80% of how you respond. All right. So when you react negatively to circumstances, that is based on your mindset. When you react negatively on circumstances, again, that is your mindset. So whether you act negatively or positively, it is based on your mindset. All right. And the relationship you engage in also has to do with your mindset because for the life of me, for the full comprehension of me, I cannot see why a nice looking young lady is going to be interested. Let me even start from interest. is even interested in starting a relationship with a young man and his pants is down at his knee. I don't see where that make any sense. But that is the mindset of that young lady, that she thinks that that man is worthy of her time and space. Okay. And so the mindset, as I said, it is very, very important. So mindset can change over time. That is very good. Mindset can change over time. They are not static. They're not sealed. They're not embedded. And so you can retrain your mindset, fortunately, right? They are influenced by your choices and experiences. They are also not exclusionary. So you can identify with one or more mindset at a time. Learning about the different mindset types available to you can be very, very helpful. And so that is what I aim to do. One of my um, good friend, Robert Kiyosaki, in the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, is actually where I get the whole aspect of the mindset, that it's the greatest asset that you can have. The mindset, yes, you would be surprised to know, but yes, the mindset is is the best asset that you and I can have, because that is where you get, receive, or you don't want to receive the knowledge. So let us open our minds, open our mindset to always ready to learn. And so just to go to a few, well, about 20 that we have covered over the few weeks that we are dealing with mindset thus far. You have the growth mindset, which that is good. The fixed mindset, which is not good. The learning mindset, which is good. Positive mindset, which is good. Negative mindset, which is bad. Abundance mindset, which is good. Scarcity mindset, which is bad. Greed mindset, which is bad. Entrepreneurial mindset, which is bad. Business mindset, which is bad. Leadership mindset, which is good. Or leader mindset, which is good. Follower mindset, which is bad. Creative mindset, which is good. Gratitude mindset, which is good. Confident mindset, which is good. Social mindset, which is good. Professional mindset, which is good. Powerful mindset, which is good. Productivity mindset, which is good. Unproductive or lazy mindset, which is bad. So if you notice, you have less of the bad, more of the good thus far. Okay? And so let us start to go towards, work towards those that are good mindsets to have. So let us continue. And this is now um, mindset 21. The mindset 21, which is fear mindset, which of course is bad. All right. But yes, a lot of persons are very fearful. The fear of the dark, the fear that they're going to lose their boyfriend or lose their girlfriend or lose their wife or lose their husband or lose this friendship or something, right? Fearful. Um, but let us recognize that fear is really false evidence appear real. So let us leave that type of mindset alone, because God has given us abundance. As we said a couple sessions ago, God has placed everything here already for our comfort. And so we just need to tap into what God has already blessed us with. You see, first of all, we believe that um, owning a house, and a big house, like a 5 bedroom or 6 bedroom with 5 bathroom and all of that, um, is what is most persons' definition of abundance. That you have to have a certain amount of money in the bank, and you have to have a nice, good running car, preferably brand spanking new, and all of that. And so, if you don't have those things, then the certain amount of fear. Am I really being successful? Right? But successful at what? What is success? Right? As far as I am concerned, and as far as the word is concerned, success is relative. All right? And so people fear over all sorts of things, especially things that they cannot control. And so let us recognize that when you are stuck in a fear based mindset, you may shy away from doing things you aren't 100% certain you'll be good at or able to navigate. And that is one of the problems of fear, uncertainty. You might constantly envision the worst case scenario and feel unable to trust anything better can happen. That is fear, right? This way of thinking is also sometimes called scarcity. Remember, we dealt with that some weeks ago. Scarcity, thinking that there's not enough. And so, because there's not enough, then a fear comes over, because the boss tell you that they might have to downsize because they don't have enough money to pay all the workers anymore. So that is a fear, because there's not a lack of enough to go around, and that is how the fear goes. They want to kill off a number of people in the world because people believe that the world is overpopulated. Okay, and so if the weak dies, then enough will be there to spread around. And so fear is what run the the world that we are living in. Fear of something, fear to even survive. All right? But let us recognize that God has given this world everything it has, enough and more than enough, so that everyone can live comfortably on this planet. It's just that, well, you have persons who are greedy, and so they want as much for themselves and themselves alone, right? And so, unfortunately, yes, that is what brings about the view of scarcity. All right. And so, most most of us struggle with fear, and we know this one's a tough one to get out from under. Maybe the trick is that we don't really get over it. Perhaps we just learn to live with fear and keep going in spite of it. But if you really trust in God, all right, if you really trust in God, first of all, you will know that I don't own anything on this planet and I will never own anything on this planet because everything belongs to God. Everything. So, what am I? I am just a steward. And from I comprehend my role and function on this planet, then it will help you to recognize that nothing here belongs to me. And so, therefore, if God bless me with something, it is because He knows that I can handle it. And also, it is to, to the view that I am going to share it. Simple. The only reason we are blessed is to bless others. And if we come to fully comprehend that, then a lot of the fear that you have will be dissipated. Because no more I'm going to look at and even talk about my car and puff up my chest, you know, and my house. No, I am steward of the car that I was blessed with, and I am steward of the house that I am blessed with. And that is why the wealth actually is talked about more in the Bible than faith. But a lot of people don't know that, right? Um, Abraham shared everything that he have, and that is why a reason that he's just always blessed. He shares so much that he shared with strangers, not knowing that those strangers were angels. Okay, a lot of us turn away a lot of people from our house, because maybe of how they dress and how they look suspicious or whatever. And who to tell? Maybe one of those persons or a couple of those persons were angels. All right? Because we live in fear. Don't know if these persons are gunmen or robbers or what have you. So we live mostly in fear. Let us trust in the Lord with all our heart and lean not to our own understanding, but in all our ways acknowledge Him, and He shall direct our path. That is how to look at life. Stop looking at life with the eyes of fear, but let us look at life through God's eyes. 22. Long term mindset. Long term mindset. What is long term mindset? Do you think about the future when you are creating new goals or making decisions? Having a long term mindset means you contemplate how your daily choices, which I guess that will be a short term, will add up over time and when they'll eventually lead you and where they'll eventually lead you. So that has to also do with short-term mindset. So we should also have short-term mindset and long-term mindset. What are my short-term goals? What are my long-term goals? What do I hope to achieve in 10 years, in 5 years? And how am I adjusting those short term goals to meet that long term goal? Having this future oriented lens can be really helpful, not only in pointing you towards success, but also in reminding you that you might not always see rapid results. Building a life that you love takes time. Everybody wants to be in a get rich quick scheme. And that is why a lot of persons jump into network marketing, because it presents itself as a get rich scheme. Unfortunately, that is not the best way to look at network marketing. Yes, it can be a little faster than a traditional brick and mortar business. However, it still requires some work. And it isn't always an Instagrammable, Instagrammable process, meaning it's not instant. It takes some time, it takes some work. Thinking of the long run can help you keep perspective when you are worried things aren't happening fast enough. We are living in a very fast moving world. And so, I call it the microwave society. You pop something in the microwave and you set it to 4 minutes, and in 2 minutes 30 seconds you take it out, because not even the microwave going fast enough. Okay, the microwave world want everything fast, especially when you're living in the cities like in New York or California or Kingston. It's fast, fast moving, rapid fire. So let us recognize that anything good will need some effort, need to take time. Let us be contented, because that is another issue that persons are having on the planet. We are not contented. Okay? Now, there is a difference between contentment and and still working towards a goal. it's, it's two different things. Contentment don't mean that you just stay there doing nothing, right? Contentment means really that you don't go into things shadily just to achieve what you want to achieve. Going into things illegally just to achieve what you want to achieve. Take your time and do what is required to do. 23, and this might be the last for today. Short term, as I said, short term mindset. Because if you have long term, you need to have short term. All right. And of course, on the flip side, short term mindset is more focused on the here and the now. What am I doing to fulfill my long term goals? This mindset isn't necessarily bad. There is certainly value in being able to see what needs to be done today and act on it quickly to get results. And so, that said, a short term mindset is best tempered alongside a long term mindset. One, to ensure you aren't only thinking about today at the expense of tomorrow. So the short term mindset must coincide with the long-term mindset. Your short-term goal must be the way to activate and to work towards that long-term goal. Okay? Ideally, you're seeing a mix of short and long-term wins because of the decision you make and not only one or the other. So both has to complement. The short term has to work with the long term. If your short term goals and your short term actions is not coinciding and able to result in your long term goals, then hey, you're doing something wrong. Revisit, recheck it out, and work towards that common goal in both your short and long term. All right. So thank you very much. I hope that those three for today with the mindset to grow or to outgrow has helped you in some way. So thank you very much. Really appreciate it. And over to you, Queen Debbie.
Wow, Dr. Derrick. Thank you so much. I don't know which one is best for me, to grow or outgrow, but they both are equally good. And those three pointers, those are things that we really should rehearse on a regular basis and share with our loved ones. Appreciate it. I'm sure as you were speaking, there were people who who were taking notes, and I know who they are. They know themselves. This might be the time for you. If you had anything for Dr. Derrick, please. This is the time for you to speak up. I'm sorry, Dr. Derrick, my Zoom has just been going crazy today. I've been in and out at least 4 or 5 times. I switched on the computer, it switched back to the phone. Dr. Benny, you in the house? I see you in the house. Welcome. If you can speak, please, Dr. Benny. I know I did admit you earlier, but if you had to go back to work, yeah, you're in the house. Dr. Benny, I'm pausing for you if you're in the house. But if you're at work, it's okay. Oh, yeah, here you are.
No, I just want to thank Dr. Derrick. By the way, good evening. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. My brothers and sisters, my queens and kings around the globe, I just want to thank our God for bringing all of us this evening. Because if it wasn't for our Heavenly Father, Dr. Derrick will not be here. Everyone will not be here this evening because of our Heavenly Father. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. I don't know whether I should start with Queen JW. No, let me go to Dr. Derrick. King Dr. Derrick, I just want to thank you for the mindset. I never knew that we have a lot of mindset, but there are too many. But I know I cannot say that much, but just to appreciate you for this amazing presentation today when it comes to mindset. A lot of people don't know the importance of mindset, but I noticed that your mind is really focused because of our CEO who make us to understand that mindset is important. And you have carried it and say, whoa, we need to focus on this mindset. And I want to thank you. Hopefully next week you'll bring more and more. Thank you, Dr. Derrick. And for Queen JW, yes. Queen Debbie, can I say something about this?
Of course you may. I gave you the floor, sis. You may proceed.
Queen JW, first of all, I want to say astonishing mindset. Likewise, King Dr. Derrick, extraordinary presentation. I appreciate you all. Now, I know you keep talking about this hair that we are utilizing. The reason is because we are using it because of the way we're created. I'm saying it when it comes to the children. The reason why mommy, dad, well, I shouldn't say daddy, mommy, they use this synthetic is because, you know, it's very cheap. And they're using it to plait these children's hair in order for them to go to school because it is easier for them, despite the fact that in Africa, we use thread to plait our hair. So when you use the thread to plait, there's something we call bikidi. There's one we call motobo. The motobo is a big one that you wrap like this with a thread. Bikidi, you plait and then you wrap it down. So what I'm saying is that that's the only way. We do have kinky hair. Some of us, we use the cream to perm our hair just because we want to straighten it. So it is because God created us that way and we want to look different. When it comes to this, the natural hair that some of us buy from India, I don't buy it because it's expensive. I'm serious. But sometimes, yes, I feel it because sometimes I say, hey, those people who have this long hair from India, now you don't know the type of illness that they have. So we don't know. Unfortunately, it's very, very expensive. It costs $900 and I cannot afford it. That is why we use this, right? But I try to wash it, even though I notice that is if it is not natural, it will be kinky when you wash it. You cannot really stretch. So I'm doing it because I'm saying it because I'm using it, right? Although I shouldn't. I shouldn't use it because first like when mommy or when we take our hair now to the hairdresser, right? Using this type of hair, which is not too good, as you said, kinky, synthetic. Now at the end, they will burn it, right? Because they just want to burn it to make sure that everything is perfect, right?
Yeah.
To smoothen it. That is another reason. The students are doing it because they don't want to be bothered when they were studying their book, right? But some people or some of the students know that it's not good. But some of us, we are lazy. So I'm trying to explain. I hope the whole world is listening. Yes, I do understand it is not good. So I pray that maybe one day we will do something. Now, if I go to shampoo my hair without using the perm, it's painful. Queen JW. Wow. Yeah, man. Our natural hair is I know that you have natural hair. The people are seeing you at the moment. So we do appreciate you with your natural hair. I have natural hair, but I wanted something to look sexy. You understand? No, I'm saying it so the whole world is listening to me. But I know that it is a big problem. After listening to you, I appreciate you. I don't know about the rest. I just want to take this moment to appreciate.
Thank you so much, Queen Dr. Benny. But it's not the fact that is about your style or what you like to wear. Is the fact is that there's no regulation and these chemicals is harmful to us. Taking care of your scalp, and like I talked about that last week, that's it. The thing is, we the people that wear the synthetic hair should force the FDA to put some regulation to stop the chemicals so we can continue to wear the synthetic, but in a healthy way.
Queen
Yeah,
JW.
it's not about I mean I wore braids back then and I put it in my children here too, and I was totally unaware of any of this. but it's not a fact it's putting people down for wearing their hair. No, it's the fact is that these chemicals is attached to the synthetic fibers, and we're putting it in our hair, and what we put on our hair, on our scalp, goes in to our body and causes these chronic illnesses that we totally unaware of, because we're not going to associate these illnesses with our hair. We're not going to think of, nah, my synthetic hair didn't do that. But now that there's awareness, and that's what I said, we could create groups, start talking more outward about it, because it's we women of color that it affects mostly. It's a 3 billion industry going to rise to 6.24 billion by 2029. But we're putting a lot of money out there, but we're not getting what we should get. We're getting hair that is bad, that causes illnesses, that cause problems. And we have seen, so my sister has to wear a 21 piece for the rest of her life. Her scalp is completely like a baby's bottom. The other one wore her locks so tight she developed boils in her hair. So, and it took a long time, almost 2 years, to grow back her natural hair. It doesn't stop her from wearing synthetic hair, though. You know what I mean? But the thing is, it's not to stop wearing synthetic hair, is to get the FDA to start regulating, holding them accountable for these chemicals, and start saying, we're going to sue you and stuff like that. That's what we're talking. We need to, that's something so you can wear your healthy styles. Then you could say they are protective. I'm protecting my hair because you're wearing something that is healthy and not a fiber that is disastrous.
Okay, but so when your sister had that problem, like before having that problem, did she like take a snapshot of what happened? And then with the problem of her hair, this is the only way now to
She
show
wasn't wearing natural. She wasn't wearing her natural hair. She was wearing synthetic hair for most of her life.
What I'm saying is that with the problem that occur, right?
Yeah.
On her hair, I don't know if had it been she took a snapshot and to show the FDA, because if we go now, look at, I just want to let you know, when it comes to us, Black Africans,
yes, we need proof.
when you say something, they don't care.
Yeah,
what I'm saying is that they don't care. So the only way for them to care is, let's give an example. If I take the synthetic hair and braid my hair, right? When you braid it, then I have boils.
Yeah.
Then you take a snapshot and show it to them. Hopefully they will know. But if not, they don't care about us. Seriously.
Well, they have some studies, but not a lot of studies, because it's not we're not such a big concern in the first place. But there are studies. But that's what I said. We can form groups, and we can start sending in these pictures, like you say, and sign petition.
Evidence.
Do petitions. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just to get the good stuff for ourselves. We need it. We spend the most money.
Yes. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome, my dear.
I'll leave you alone, but I know Queen.
Don't make me laugh.
It's okay, Queen Dr. Nadu. By the way, Queen Debbie, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. Queen Dr. Nadu, proceed, please.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Benny. And thank you to both presenters.
Thank you.
I want to say something about the attitude, about the hair. Where there is a will, we have a way to do it. If we want people to decide for us, we will never be a winner. For how long they are telling us that cigarettes is not good, but you see the advertisement everywhere. The same thing for the hair. We need to decide that we are not going to use it, because before we don't know the damage, Now that we are aware, let's not use it. Why wait for someone put the picture and the damage? No, we don't need to wait for them. If they put it in the store, we don't no longer buy them. They will start. They will find another way. Today, I'm not playing. There is a huge revolution about the black hair. Hearing Sister Benny saying that it is painful. Who told you that white people don't struggle with the hair? I was working, and when I see some of my patients, I'm like, it's like, I don't wash my hair often because it tangle. Why we have the shampoo, the conditioner, and all those products that we are using today? Because they found the solution for their hair. Believe me, our hair is million times better than the hair that we are running, we are chasing. All the products, the relaxer, all, they are not made for us. It was tried for people who try to find the solution to their problem. We are waiting all the time for people to bring us a solution. That's our main problem. But I'm telling you, there's a revolution. There are black people who are doing oil for the hair. They have so many things. Go and search. I saw the comb that the black community have to brush your hair. It's not a regular brush. Anytime you use the regular brush, you see your hair going like half. But the brush that the black community came out with is like a 10 or 8, 7 pen together, come together. And when you use it, you see a good result. Please, let's find the solution that match with our problem. Because if I never saw, now how you call it, a glass, how will I do it? Because they have winter. They see the water on the floor frozen become ice, and they are like, if at this temperature we can have ice, why not have a fridge and make it? So in our countries where we have the heat, what are we doing? Nothing. So we need to start. We need to start waiting for people who are not ours to bring us solution. What type of solution? When you are walking outside, it's sunny, and you have your suit on, and you have layers. You know, it's not because it's sunny that it's hot. It's sunny, but it's cold. That's why you have all those layers. Yes. So you know what to wear. You cannot come out with sleeveless because you know it's sunny. But I'm not in St. Lucia. I'm not in South somewhere in Africa. I cannot play. Because when it's sunny there, that means you sweat. On the other side, when you are in New York and it's winter, when it's sunny, it's not hot. Yeah. So we need to find our solution. And better and better, when we are trying to use it, we will find, or is something better here. Telling you, I saw everything. I told our sister Jacqueline last time that I use synthetic hair, I use relaxer, I use wig. I know all the problems today. I'm not using it. I don't. Like for how many years? Since 2016, something happened. I'm like, no more, no more. So I'm still here. With or without synthetic or fiber hair. I'm still the same. Nobody started running from me because I don't have that. Yeah. So we need to decide and do the best for us. That's all I want to say. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Queen Dr. Nadu. Amazing. It's so true. You know, we have to find our solutions, you know, and Ibrahim Torre is showing that too. He found his solutions for Rafina Fossil, I think. So he found a solution. So we got to find a solution too. And she's so right. You don't have to depend on other people to find a solution because they are not us. And that's correct. They can never find a solution. We need to find it. And Dr. Benny, you know, when I raised my kids, or when my mother time, we plait our hair. It didn't matter how naughty it was, you know, we plait, we braided, you know, girlfriends would go to each other's house and we would sit on the stoops and we would braid and make all kind of design with our natural hair. I don't know who came up with synthetic hair. I have the slightest idea. That's another research. But it doesn't matter. We're talking about the health. You know, is the health. We could have synthetic hair, but healthy synthetic hair, you know, where it doesn't cause damage to our children. And because now our children get sick. We don't know why they're sick. Where did it come from? We don't know. Some kids, they become mothers. I mean, they become adults and they can't have children. Where did it come from? You know, and we have a lot of unanswered medical conditions that we cannot even account for because we don't know and the doctors don't know either. So, and Dr. Nadu, thank you so much because you're right. We got to find our own solution. Go ahead, Dr. Benny.
No, I just want to appreciate it. Thank you, Queen Dr. Nadu. Yes, I know I have kinky hair, and but I've tried. Oh, by the way, when I used the braiding and it was so painful, I stopped. So I have natural hair, despite the fact that I'm wearing this. Okay, I do have my natural. I don't perm my hair, and I haven't done that for 10 years. I
Wow,
haven't.
that's good.
Yes, I haven't. So I appreciate you all. Queen Debbie,
Yes, ma'am.
could you please proceed? Thank you.
Thank you too. I think we've talked a lot. We've exhausted
The time.
synthetic hair and otherwise, and all the styles and braiding and perming and relaxing and all of the above. So yeah, the men, some of them used to do what they call stretching comb to flatten their hair.
Yes,
You remember from the days of James Brown?
it was
I'm black
painful.
and proud. Anyway, the young people may not understand any of this, but thank you so much. At this stage, I don't see any other hand after Queen Nadu, so it will be Queen JW to give your final thoughts,
Thank
please.
you so much, Queen Dr. Queen Debbie. I'll make you a
It's
doctor.
all right. You
I
have too
guess you're
many
all a
doctors in
doctor.
this house, so
I'm
I think
telling
it's
you.
just good to stick to the names. You know, it's
Yeah.
just stick to the names, and you're never going to make any mistake.
I'm telling you. Yes, my closing thoughts. Beauty should never come at the cost of our health. Should never. As consumers, knowledge is our first line of defense. By making informed choices and demanding safer standards, we can begin to change the narrative, one strand at a time. Our hair is a symbol of identity and strength, but our health is non negotiable. Let's protect both wisdom, awareness, and self respect. I thank you so much and enjoy the rest of the webinar.
That is so sweet and once more sweet. Thank you, Queen JW. Yes, we did enjoy the webinar, and you always come in with challenging topics. And I think next week will be a very surprising one. I'm looking forward to that. Appreciate you. Thank you.
You're
And
welcome.
take good care of the children and the grandchildren as well.
Yes, I
Enjoy
will
them.
be traveling soon. I will be traveling soon. I'm still in St. Martin, but I'm going
Oh,
on July
awesome.
4th. I will be
You're
traveling
heading to
to the
Florida.
state. No,
Okay.
South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Yeah.
Which week in July?
July the 4th, the first week.
Which city?
South Carolina.
That's a state. Which city?
Oh, Duncan. I'm sorry, Duncan.
Okay. I will be in Greenville in July as well. That's why I'm
For
asking.
real? My son
Yeah.
live in Greenville.
Okay, so our paths may cross. So let me
You're
not
sure
put
right.
this in.
I'll let
Let
you
me
know.
not put this on the Zoom. So we'll talk
Okay.
later. Thank you
Okay,
so
no
much.
problem. You're
At this
welcome.
point, we're going to call on our one and only brother, brother Dr. Derrick, for his final thoughts. Please, over to you, Dr. Derrick, and thank you for all you do.
I forgot to say thank you.
All right. Peace, blessings, and enough. All right. Wonderful. Peace, blessings, and enough love to everyone. Thank you very much, Queen Jacqueline Warner and Queen Debbie McCormick. And remember, Queen Lily Lane is in North Carolina. That is where she is, and that is where I learned to do Jamaica banana bread. All right, so just head on over to Queen Lily Lane and let her give you the banana bread recipe. All right, it has been very mouth watering. My goodness. Awesome. Lily Lane has the recipe. All right, so make sure you knock on our door. All right, make sure you knock on Lily Lane's door. Right there, right. Queen Debbie, Queen Debbie McCormick.
Yes, sir.
Make sure you knock on Queen Lily Lane's door. It doesn't matter. She there's somewhere right there. I don't remember exactly where. Um, there you go. There you go. Uh, I think I saw Duncan or something like that. So it's somewhere in that area. I think I saw that when I don't remember exactly where. Maybe if I
She's in North Carolina, right?
yes. Oh, okay, okay. Knock her up, man. Knock her up. She.
So it's like a sure. So
Hmm. Yeah, man. Give her a shout, yeah, man. Give her a shout. Mm, give her a shout. Yeah, North Carolina. Okay. Anyway, thank you very much, Queen Debbie McCormick. Really appreciate, and um, First Lady Queen Dr. Benny. Really appreciate. Um, you see, as far as I am concerned, the whole aspect of anything that is bad for us, it doesn't matter because if the FDA can authorize that cigarette is not good, or can put on the cigarette box, place on the cigarette box that it is not good for your health, and people still buy them by the pack and smoke them by the pack, then really and truly it comes right down to what Queen Dr. Nadu says, which is your choice. Queen Dr. Nadu was using and was abusing, and she made a choice to stop. Queen Jacqueline Warner was using with our children. She came to the realization and she made a choice and she stopped. So it just come right down to the choice. And that is the mindset, because everything in life comes down to choice. God of the universe gave all of us the freedom of choice. And so it doesn't matter how we try to mandate anything, or try to plead, or try to, you know, be adamant. It comes down to choice. So you have to make the choice for you, as it relates to your mindset, as it relates to your belief. So if you say, well, I mean, I must dead one day, so it doesn't matter, then that's your belief and that's your mindset. All right. I believe that if life lingers, I am one of those that is rearing to live 150. That is my goal. If God lingers a little longer, then my goal is 150. All right, that is my goal. So I try my very best with claiming, and I see this is what I do now. I claim the promises that God gives me. Right? Now that is my mindset. And so that is the choice that I make. That his promises are true. I don't have to if, but, or maybe. I know that his promises are 100% foolproof. And I don't have to look to my left or look to my right. I don't have to wonder if it really goes so. I know it goes so. I have also experienced since 1998 until now. Say it goes so. Say it goes so. All right. So I am good with trusting in God, even though I cannot trace him. So I just trust. Trust and obey. There's no other way to be happy in Jesus but just to trust and obey. So that is my choice. And I am living pretty good, pretty lovely. Way into my 60s and still feel vibrant and nice and kicking. So, King Carlton, I running you down. I come in, I come in. Just wait for me, Lico. Wait for me. Wait, wait for me. I come in, I come in, I come in. All right. So, all I'm saying, people, every one of us have the mindset and have to make the choice. Let us make the right choices so that we can live not just healthy, but live with a lot of joy and happiness. The more you have the mindset that Christ wants us to have, that God wants us to have, I tell you, you live a whole lot better. You don't live with resentments. You don't live with things fostering in your heart for people. You live in contentment. That is one of the great. You see, persons are not contented. They're not contented with their hear what God give them, or they're not contented with how they look. They're not contented with how much money they have. They're not contented with the car they're driving. They're not contented with the house they have that God bless them with. And you see, all of these things are just things because we're not going to be able to take them. You see, Job said it the right way, you know. Naked I came into this world, and naked I will leave. Not going to take anything with you. So let us really share what we are blessed with. Let us share. That's the best way to live. I thank you very much. And over to you, Queen Debbie.
So much, Dr. Derrick. You speak so eloquently about what you believe in. And yes, Trust and Obey is one of those favorite tunes that every single word resonates with any believer who believes in themselves. And that is a very nice way to end our webinar tonight. We should not go any further. I will have that in mind, and I'm going to be singing that tune as we say thank you to our viewers on YouTube. We appreciate you for being here with us every Tuesday and Thursday, same time. And we hope that you'll join us on our sister forums, which you all know of. Every Monday, it's Mindset Monday with Queen Miriam Edwards. Tuesday, we're back here. Thursday, we're here in the evening, but in the morning, you have Malaysia, Singapore Global. And on Sundays, we have the Dream Team. And on a weekly basis, you have the Yvonne Duo, and Queen Sister Yvonne always is the host speaker in that forum. So those are all the platforms that we work together with, and we look forward to seeing you again. So for tonight, I will say thank you, stay blessed, and depending on which part of the world you are in, stay safe. Thank you and bye for now. We're going to start the next segment of the webinar, which is after party, and that will be for, it will be chaperoned and moderated by Queen Sister Dr. Nadu and Bishop Brother King Harold. They handle that segment, and please stay and have